everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Here today we are going to be doing a sweater nails design as well as snow design, and then I did attempt a glitter trail and as well as some bling. I did get some new products in, so I wanted to incorporate as much as I could into this design because I was just so super excited to get it all. So starting off here, I am just prepping my nails by pushing back the cuticles and making sure that all that tissue is off of my natural nail bed so that we don't cause any lifting. And then I am gonna go in with my e-file and cuticle bit and just go around the cuticles and just really make sure that all of that skin is off of there. And then I will go in with some nippers and just cut off all the white flaky stuff off of my cuticles and off of my nail bed. After I finish that, I'm going in with my white block and buffing over my nails, just taking off the shine. I'm not taking off any natural nail or anything like that. I am just buffing over the nails to make sure there's no shininess so that the acrylic will want to stick better. And then I'm going to go through here and size my tips. These are my new pre-pinched stiletto tips from Glitter Planet UK, and they are a little bit different to size than the pre-pinched square tips that I have. So I did have to work a little bit to figure out which ones would fit best, but I did most of that on my right hand. As you can see, that hand's already done, so I did kind of remember which numbers I used and just made sure that they did fit those hands, since every finger seems to be different sometimes. So I'm just going through and sizing my tips on there, and then I will glue them onto all of my fingers. And once I'm done with that, I will go through and file all of these down, trim them down. I do want to do a coffin shape with these, so once I snip off those tips, they do create a really nice already there for you coffin shape, so that's what I wanted. And after that, I'm going to file those into my natural nail bed. Just make sure that they're blended really nice, so then we can move on to the acrylic application.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
And now onto the acrylic application. I did try to get as much of this for you as I could, my stinking head keeps getting in the way, and I always forget that I'm recording when I'm doing my nails, so I try to get so close to them. So I'm really sorry that I didn't get everything on this part, but I did get a good majority of it, so I included what I could without you guys just only being able to see my baby hairs sticking up from the top of my head. So anyways, I did apply primer and dehydrator before doing all of this, and I do use ENail Couture's Max Estrada's primer, dehydrator, monomer, acrylic, all that stuff. So I am just creating a base right now, and then I will go in and get closer to the cuticle, and then I'll finish the tips as well. And I just do this with every single finger. I always make sure that the cuticle is nice and flush and not bumpy or lumpy or anything like that. That is one of the most important parts besides creating the apex. So I'm just going to go through and do this, and then we will start some filing just to shape up the nails, which I don't think I included because I didn't think I needed to include me shaping and filing these. Once I'm happy with how that is and how the filing is, I am going in with my shaping bit from ENail Couture on my e-file, and I'm just going underneath the nails and making sure that there's no gunky acrylic under there. And I just want to file under there and show off those C-curves a little bit more so that it looks really nice, and then I will go over the edges too and make sure that there's no extra little bits of acrylic that don't need to be there. Alrighty, and now it is time to start my nail design, and I do scoot the camera in a little bit closer after I show you what brush I'm using for the design, but I am just painting my nail right now in a plain white. It's called Realism by Finger Paints, and it is a gel polish, so I am going to cure this. I'm going to do a couple layers and cure it. So I'm just painting over the whole nail there. And then I'm going to cure it in there for 30 seconds, I believe, is what I did. And after that, I am going to put some on this form backing that I had. And I'm just going to use that as the polish I'm going to use for the design. And it is a sweater design, and I am going to do sort of a boxier sweater look. Not like an S or anything, like Tetris lines, I guess you could call them. So that's kind of the look I'm going to go for, and here I scooted you in, and you can just see I'm just painting those lines on there. You don't have to have a huge blob of gel on there, because when we go and pour the clear acrylic on top of this, it is going to create the illusion that it is raised up a little bit more, and then those shadows are going to help create the dimensions. So here I am just doing that sweater design, and then when I come back we will start the lines.
Too generous. Now
here I am just applying the clear acrylic. I just poured it on top of that nail, and this is just to give it that fuzzier look, and it's more matte. I did lay down a shiny top coat before I put this design on, just because I wanted the bottom to be shiny and the little design to be matte. I don't know, you can do a matte complete design, it doesn't really matter, but this is just kind of what I went for. And then I cured it for 2 minutes just to make sure that the acrylic was stuck there and that all the gel was cured. And now I am just going in and creating the side lines next to that little sweater design there. And I didn't put anything on the very sides of my nail. I could have, but I just decided not to this time. So I'm doing this on both sides, and then I'll repeat the same process with the clear acrylic, and then I'll cure it for another 2 minutes. Alrighty, next up I'm just going to show you what sort of regular polishes I am using for the rest of the design. That is an Insta-dry I got from Walmart, and then this is also another one I just got from Walmart. This one's a Hansen Miracle Gel one though, and you don't need a lamp for those, so those are really great. But this look is inspired from Ninja Nail Fairy's design she did on her nails. They were a set of winter nails, and I absolutely adored the colors she used. So I kind of tried to get something closer to that, and then I also did want to do sweater nails for you guys so you knew how to do those as well. So I'm just going to go through and paint the pinky and the pointer finger this pretty blue color. Then I'm also going to cap my edges just to make sure that the nail looks really professional and nicely painted. Okay, and now we are going to start on the bling nail, and my big ol' head got in the way again. These are new crystals from Glitter Planet UK, and they are AB, and they're mixed sizes, so they don't come in different pots or anything, but that's totally fine. The smaller ones just kind of sink to the bottom, so that's why I poured them out halfway there, so I could use a variation of sizes. And then I am going to apply my gummy jelly from Estrada ENail Couture on my pointer finger in sort of the shape and design I want to put those crystals on. And of course, like I said, I didn't get that in there, so I just sort of told you what I did and then hope that you guys kind of understand what I'm talking about. You can always add more gel as you need to in spots that are missing, but you do want to cure that, and I usually cure it for about 2 minutes just to make sure that those crystals are really gonna stay there. And then next I am going to apply some of that gummy jelly and start creating the trail shape I want for the glitter I'm going to use. And I'm also going to show you guys I'm going to be using mermaid flakes from Glitter Planet UK, and then also sort of a, there you can see it, that blue there. I'm not sure where I got that or how I even ended up with it, to be honest with you guys, but I am just going to apply the mermaid flakes, and my head got in the way again. So then I'm just going to put that glitter on there, and I did kind of shove my finger in there and I hit the bottom, and so I stopped that so I didn't ruin my design, and then I just poured it over the top into the lid, and then I just poured the rest back into the regular pot. So then after that I do go in and cure this for about another 2 minutes, and then we are also going to be working on the thumb in the snow design while that one is curing.
Strong.
And now for our snow design on our thumb, and I'm just going around on the cuticle part first because you do want the cuticle area to look nice and all put together so that there isn't white just kind of in random spots in every which way. So I do go around and outline where I want the snow to be first, and then I will just take some gel on my brush and just drag those lines down to the length that I want them to, some longer, some shorter, and then I do fill in the gaps to make them a little more curvy and natural looking. And once I'm done with that, I do have a mix of white iridescent glitter and white acrylic powder that I will dunk my finger in to give it that snowy, sparkly look, and then I will cure that under the lamp for 2 minutes.
Too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
Once I've got that all finished and cured up, I really should have put a top coat on that thumbnail before I did that snow design so that I don't have to go in and try to get it in between every single crevice there, but I totally forgot about it. And so I'm just gonna go in with some top coat over this finger first, and I am gonna cure all these fingers before I go back in and do my snow design here. So I'm just gonna do the same exact thing I did on the thumb, make sure that the cuticle area looks really nice and clean, and then I'm just going to map out where I want the snow to be, and then I'll just take the gel and just drag those lines down. Once I am happy with those lines, I will dunk my finger into that acrylic and glitter mix again to give it that snowy feel, and then I will put it under the lamp for 2 more minutes. And while we're doing that, I am going to take my detail brush with some top coat and just move it up into the little nooks and crannies of the snow on my thumbnail, just so that I don't get it all over the acrylic and make the acrylic look all flooded and weird looking.
Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now.
And you guys, that is the finished look. I did it on my right hand first because of course if I can do it on my right hand, I can do it on my left hand. I did go through a lot of trial and error on this set, and I did learn a lot through this that I will take with me if I do any other designs on clients or myself or anything like that. The sweater design was really fun to do, and I hope that it makes sense to you guys as well as the snow design. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I do have more nail videos coming and I have a lot more ideas. Also, follow my Instagram. I have my tag down in the description box below, as well as all the other products I use. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!